Good morning. Welcome to Morning Love, your daily dose of love, hope, and encouragement from Buckwheat Farms Magic Emporium and Ballroom. We are very glad to have you here. We love you. We honor your presence. And we thank you for joining us. When I was 19, 20, late, even into my late 20s, early 30s, even maybe I umpired softball with my dad. It was kind of an enjoyable thing. It was a part-time little gig, and we'd grown up around softball, and we enjoyed umpiring. But I hated the close calls, because somebody was always going to get mad. And I told my dad one day, I said, I hate the close calls. If it wasn't for the close calls, this would be a lot of fun. And his words to me were that anybody can make the close calls. Make the easy calls. You are paid. That's your job to make the close calls, to the hard decisions, and that's kind of the theme of today is resistance, and what does resistance and the hard choices and the hard things, what do they mean in our life? Buddhism kind of has the concept that of changing poison into medicine. That we're all endowed with this ability to take any situation, no matter how horrific, no matter how traumatic, and turn it into a positive. That we can create value out of any situation. Marcus Aurelius kind of took it a little further, where he says the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. See, we all seek the easy way, and that's kind of what I've been doing lately. I found out, yesterday, I kind of vomited on you guys a little bit emotionally, and it was okay. I'm okay. But realizing that, again, what I was doing is operating in the realm of what should be rather than what is, because we all want some easy way out. We all want some easy pill. People are all the time saying, what can I do for this? Well, where I am now has been a process. And it's still a process. 2 years of some intense stuff, some facing, some crap that I didn't want to face, but realizing every time there was something that I faced, it was where I needed to push through. But we're all looking for an easy way. We're all looking for that quick fix, because we've been told that's what life is about. And so we move constantly looking out into the future, never living in the present. We're constantly running out of time because we're abusing the time in this way. But looking for that easy way out. I remember it was sometime last year, or maybe 2019. Maybe in 2019, there was a concert at the Big House where the Allman Brothers hung out during their time in Macon. They lived there. It's turned into a museum now. And there was a concert, and I met some people that I had met for the first time, and they were all about my age. And so we were talking about age, and I told them how old I was. They kind of looked at me and they said, "What?" Because these guys all looked a lot older than I do. I'm holding up pretty good for a 60-year-old guy, I think. So anyway, but I talked about my weight loss and everything, and they said, "What did you do? What did you take?" And I said, "Well, I began meditating." And immediately you could see the shield went down. It's like, we don't want to see that. We want something outside of us that fixes us, that we want to be zapped. And so we create God in that image, right? We create God as this all-powerful thumb in the sky that either zaps us or delivers us. But there is no deliverer outside. There is no zapper outside. It's all you, and it's all us. And that's the thing, is to come to the place where we realize that the resistance, that obstacle, that thing that we're fighting against the most, to use a video analogy, what is it? The boss that last final guy you face in the video games, the boss monster, the big monster at the end. And that's kind of what these are. So, and the thing is we're going to keep coming up against that obstacle because we have placed it there. Remember, we went through that emotional and creative chopped kitchen, chopped cupboard, and chose our ingredients. And one of the ingredients we chose, some of the ingredients we chose, were these resistances, these obstacles, in order to help us and to grow us and to challenge us and to make us think outside of ourselves, but also to bring us into focus on reality. Because as long as we wish and think on how I want things to be, how I wish things were, how things should be, we're never focusing on the solution. We're wishful thinking. I tell my grandkids, crap in one hand and wish in the other. See which one fills up the fastest. So we've placed these roadblocks here to show us, to prove to us, sometimes to prove to us that we can do it, sometimes to show us wisdom, sometimes to help us eliminate habits or harmful actions, harmful things we do. But the resistance is the key. So rather than bemoaning it, rather than trying to find a way around it, today I choose to look my resistance square in the eye and say, teach me. Namaste.